Hello everyone and welcome to week 5 of the Blue Jeans Find 30 class. So after 5 weeks I'm hoping that we're all building up our strength and we're able to do a bit more. So today if it's difficult then you can take a break, but try and push yourself that little bit harder as it might help to improve you throughout the 5 weeks. So we'll just start with a few stretching exercises. So twisting on the spot, starting gently and working your way into it, because we don't want to just crack our backs. We want to make it nice and gradual. So when you start feeling pretty good, you can get a bit more range of motion. So it looks like a good turnout today. There's about 10 of you. When you're starting getting a good kind of range of motion through your back, you can start bringing your knees into it. So kind of twist and kick and lift that knee high. So you're going to the ends of your mat. Ooh. Careful because you might fall over. This takes a bit of balance. And then on the spot, we're going to pick up our knee and we're going to move it off to the side. Pick it up and off to the side. So call this one opening the door. So it really gets the blood moving through your hips. And then we're just going to spread our legs a bit wider, arms to your sides. We're just going to touch toes. So be careful with this one because we are bending. So if yours is just like a little kind of twist, that's fine. But we're aiming to stretch through the hammies with this one. So try and keep your legs straight if you can. So we have a few exercises today. You'll need a weight. So I've got my trusty water bottle. If you guys have dumbbells, that's even better. Otherwise, a water bottle or a bag of flour or just a bag or something that's small and compact and weighs maybe at least 1 kilo, that would be good. All right, shake it off. I'm gonna grab my trusty water bottle. So we're just holding on to this one at the moment. We're gonna spread our legs wide and we're going to do the sumo squats that we did in the first week, I'm pretty sure. So our legs are wide, toes pointing outwards, and we're coming down like we're sitting on a chair and then back up. So I put the chair behind you if you aren't as comfortable with this exercise, just because it reinforces that you're trying to sit back rather than lean forward. So watching to the side of me, I'm going to sit down on a chair, noticing that my knees are staying quite a bit back from my toes. If you're coming forward and you're squatting at your hips, that's not what we want. So have a look at yourself. It might be good to get a mirror in front of you, just so you can see what your technique looks like. This is our first exercise. We're going to do 3 in this block. So I like to do 3 blocks of exercises. So we have a bit of legs, a bit of upper body in this first one. Same for the second, and then the last one we're going to do all abs. All right, our next exercise, if you want to shake it off, give your legs a break. Our next one, have 2 options for you. We're going to go down as low as you feel comfortable, and then watching my toes, we're going to do little calf raises. Now you're probably looking at this one like, oh, that one is just so difficult. Option, if you want to, you can stand up straight if you need something to hold on to, and we're just going to do little calf raises standing with straight legs. Up to you with this one, but otherwise if you're with me, let's go down. So this exercise here, we're not just working those calf muscles that are probably burning. We're also working the glutes and the core because we're holding our squat as well. So it's a good multi-use exercise. It brings a lot of muscles to the party. It's also very hard, so if you need to have a break, you can do. It's important to remember to breathe, and if you've got your water bottle nearby, why not take a little sip? There's no harm in that. We'll do another 10 seconds here, and then we've got our last exercise for this block. We're going to do 3 sets this time instead of 2, so we're building up. And shake it off. Stand up straight, give your legs a bit of a jiggle, helps to get that blood moving, Next exercise, we're just going to hold our water bottle out front and we're just simply going to do some front raises. So you can hold it on the side, or if it's easier, one on top of the other, up to you. The water bottle is just there to add a bit of weight. So with this one, we're trying to keep our shoulders down. We're not bringing them up to our ears. We're trying to squeeze through our shoulder blades while we do the exercise. So it might feel weird, but I really want you to try and squeeze shoulder blades as you lift. That's good technique. Just keep breathing as well. This might seem a bit easy right now. You think, oh, might need to add 2 water bottles. That's an option. But once you've done this one for a while, you start to feel that tightness through your muscles. That's your muscles telling you that they're working. So because we're doing so many reps, that means that we're working mainly the aerobic muscles. So we're doing more calorie burning. So for those that just want to tone up, it's not about lifting those heavy weights. It's about the repetitions. So doing as many as possible. Hello, if you've joined us, welcome. We've just started, so you haven't missed out on much. And shake it off. Give yourself a nice little jiggle. And we're going back to the first exercise. So feet wide, just over hip distance apart. We don't want to be out here unless you're comfortable with that. Just for where you feel comfortable. Feet pointed outwards. And let's go for sumo squats. So sitting on that chair. Now for those that have just joined us, just if you could mute your microphones, that would be great. Just so you don't get any noise on the video camera out front here. So when you're sitting on a chair, our backs, we want to be straight. Imagine you're trying to arch your back, you're trying to stick your butt out. Make it look nice. For anyone that does. So if this pace is going pretty good for you, you can keep going at this pace. Otherwise, the faster you go, with control of course, the harder the exercise is. So less rest is going to be what fatigues you more. Another few seconds here. Hopefully these muscles in here and the glutes, they're the ones feeling the burn. Remember, we want to push all our weight on our heels. So what I do is I pick my toes up and I touch them on the top of my shoes while I do this, just to reinforce that the heel is where we want to be pushing. And resting. Shake it off, give your legs some blood, move it around. Now again, the 2 options, you've got sumo squat calf raises, so down and little calf raises, or you can stand up straight and you can do straight leg calf raises. Up to you though. I'm going to go with the sumos. Still want to be keeping our back up straight. This one's a bit different though because we are coming forward onto our toes. It's not a bad thing, it just means that we're putting a bit of pressure on that knee. So just be mindful of your body and what your body can handle. If you need to take a rest, maybe do the straight leg ones, please do. If you can go lower, maybe try to go a little bit lower. Almost there. Remember, keep those shoulders away from the ears, don't have them up here. And have a rest, shake it off. Straight into it guys, the water bottle, holding whichever way you like. We're doing the front raises. So important with this one is keeping your legs slightly bent. So we don't want to lock them out and just be standing there static. We want to have a bit of bounce in them. Keep them slightly bent. Hold through your core. I don't want you shaking your arms around. I want us to really control the movement. So get up to about chin level, hold and drop, and hold. And try and keep your muscles locked on the whole time. So don't just go floppy, lift it up and flap it around. Keep them nice and controlled. Hold those arms really tight the whole way through. And again, still keeping those shoulders low. Another few here. Hopefully, if you're not feeling it, maybe try and add in another water bottle. Might make it a bit harder for you. But if you are feeling it, then that's great. Just remember to hold your belly tight. And rest. Shake it off. One more set of each, and then we'll move on to the next lot of exercises. So, just holding that water bottle, legs wide, and squatting. So little sumo squats. So when we're pushing up, try and focus on contracting those muscles that are right in the middle there, your glutes right at the back. Try and really squeeze them as you stand up, because they're the muscles we want to be working. If you find that your thighs get really sore after squats, sometimes that can be because your weight is too far forward and you're putting all that weight on your toes. So that means that you need to focus on trying to keep it back. Sometimes our calves might be a bit tight and they might be getting in the way, we don't have that range of motion. Sometimes you can put little plates or something underneath your heels just to reduce that amount of resistance on the joint. So you can use anything at home, like maybe some towels. Just put a towel there, make sure your toes are off the towels, and it just gives you a little bit of maneuverability around the squat. Keep going here. If the pace is too slow for you, you can always go a bit quicker. But it's important to make sure you're doing your correct technique. And I say hold the belly tight. Reason is that if you don't, your back is going to be taking a lot of the load. So by holding our belly tight, we're making it so that our whole core is taking all of it rather than just that one weak point that's usually in the lower back. That's why they say strengthen up your core. And rest. Shake it off. Next little bit, if you want to go wide or if you want to do straight leg, we're doing calf raises again. So find that comfortable spot, lower down to where you feel good, and little calf raises. It's so good to have 10 people here. It's so rewarding knowing that there's people actually doing these classes. Just keep breathing, we're almost done with these. The legs might be feeling it through these medial muscles in the knee. Remember to listen to your body if you need to, otherwise, if you're with me, we've got another 10 seconds. Oh, 3, 2, and 1. Have a rest. Shake it off. Last little bit. With the bottles, we're going front raises, so straight into it. So keep that slight bend in the knee, holding all the muscles tight as we work through the range. Might have to go on that side next time. You can see people in the glass. Keep breathing, guys. Almost there. If 2 hands is getting a bit much for you, you can try 1 hand. It's up to you. And last one. And rest. Give your chest a bit of an open. Might want to hold behind your body and just squeeze your chest out. Get some range. Oh, might want to have a drink now. We've done our first third of the class. Okay, so we're coming into the second third. So we've got another few leg exercises as well as arm exercises. We're going to hold on to that bottle again, just for a bit of extra weight. Feel it. Okay. So this one, we're going to have both legs together. Takes a bit of balance. Now, remember to listen to your body. This might be a bit hard on your knees. What we're going to do is take a step off to the side, as far as you feel comfortable. If it's only a little bit, don't worry about it. But farther, the harder. And we're just going to do a little squat on that one side. Then we're going to step back to midline and go to the other side. Little squat through that midline and back. So little side lunges. The idea is we want you to keep that planted leg in the middle straight, and you'll feel a nice stretch through that adductor. If your step is only a smaller amount, that's also fine. Go with what you feel comfortable. And again, we're trying to sit on a chair. So imagine there's a chair behind you. It might be better to actually put one behind you and sit down on it, because those knees, we don't want it to be coming too far forward. Also, if the step is a bit too much impact on your knee and you're finding, oh, that's a bit sore, take steps, smaller steps, and get to that point, because I don't want you to hurt yourself. Keep breathing. We do this one for about a minute. Keeping that back up straight, still holding that tummy nice and tight. And our second exercise, we're going to hip distance apart our feet, maybe just a bit over. Don't know if you've got bigger hips. And we're just going to hold a squat. So like you're about to sit on a chair, but you're just hovering above that little bit. Now, again, go to where you feel comfortable. If your comfy spot is just here, then that's fine. If it's, just a little bend at the knees, or if it's all the way down here, up to you. Find that spot where you're getting that burning pain through the thighs, through the backs of the legs. Move back to the mat. Keep holding that squat. Don't worry about me moving around. Keep your back up straight. Keep those shoulders nice and long. Maybe try and focus some breath into the neck. Try and let it release. Let all the muscles just melt. Because if we're holding here while we're doing it, it's not going to help any tight necks. Keep holding another 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it up. My colleague over here is loving me. And our last exercise, we're going to do one hand at a time, holding the water bottle in one. We're going to lift up 2 hands, and then we're going to switch arms. So these are side arm raises or lateral raises. So again, we're trying to keep those shoulder blades locked on tight. We're not coming up here with our shoulders. We're keeping it nice and long, holding our belly tight. And again, slight bend at the knees. If you're able to go a bit faster, you can go a bit faster, just as long as you're not swinging it around. It's again a nice and controlled movement. So these muscles that we're working this time are the deltoids. They're on top of the shoulders. Who's ever tried to put a doona cover on a doona and you go, oh, this is getting so hard? Well, these are the kind of muscles that we want to strengthen to be able to ease that exercise, you could call it. Another couple here. If you're feeling like it's a bit hard with straight arms, you can bend the arms, make it a little bit nicer on the joint. And resting there, shake it off. Cool, 1 set done, 2 to go. So, back to it, side lunges. So remember, listen to your body. If you need to take mini steps to get to your point, if you don't want to step out that far, make sure your feet are in line when you do it. And one's not forward from the other or back from the other. Oops, I made that mistake just then. It's another little brain game for you. So another point is when you're going down for that squat, all the weight you want to be pushing through that heel. And when you push up, squeeze through that glute. You want that glute on that leg to be the main prime mover. and shake it off. Going straight down now, holding that squat. So feet should be hip distance apart, make sure they're in line, and your knees, you can still see your toes, so your knees aren't over your toes. Still want your back up straight, and try and keep your neck in line with your spine. So if you're hunched up here holding a squat, we want you to be a little bit more straight. So really hold those muscles tight. They're probably thinking, oh, what are you doing to me? We got it. Another 15 seconds. If you're here and you're like, oh, I could go a drink, maybe have a drink. Almost there. And shake it off. Straight into the side arm raises. Time's gotten away from us. It's already 8 minutes to go in the class. It's funny how just a quick 30 minutes, we're doing all these training exercises. That's all you need in your day. So if you really like some of these videos, you could even do them on YouTube throughout the week, just to give you something to do. Sometimes it's nice just having someone telling you what to do. I know that's easy when I go. You'd be surprised. I don't find it easy to go to the gym. It's very difficult. Another few here, keeping your shoulders down. Last one, and rest. Last set. Gonna be no mercy now, straight into it. So squatting off to the side, and other side. If you figured this one out, and you're thinking, oh, I know a way to make this a bit more efficient, you can stay on the static legs and just do the little squats. But I thought I'd add in the steps if you want to get a bit more balance involved in the exercise. So it's up to you. We'll go back to taking a step. Because right now, when you're taking that step, all the balance is on that one leg that's in the middle. Last couple here. And resting. Shake it off. Hips. Hip distance apart on the feet. And we're going to squat down and hold. This is our last leg exercise. I know they're probably screaming out to you right now. After this, we'll have the one last lateral raises, and then we'll lay down and do some ab exercises. Remember to keep those shoulders down. Hold everything through your lower body. Try not to tense too much up here. We want to just be nice and loose. You could even do a bit of a stretch while you're here. Stretch out through the chest. Especially after a long day of work. The chest is usually the one that gets the most tight, which pulls your shoulders forward, which makes your neck really sore. Another 10 seconds, guys. Whew, I'm with you here. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, shake it off. Last little bit for this little third is our lateral raises. You probably find drinking more water will actually make this exercise a bit easier. Trying to teach you. Keep your shoulders low, and again we still want to be squeezing through our shoulder blades. Imagine there's a pencil right in that spot on your spine and you're trying to hold it there. That's the idea. Keep breathing. After this you can grab a drink and we can lay down, but give it another 10 seconds. Two and 1. Resting. Shake it off. If you need a drink, grab it. I'm going to grab a quick drink. And we're going to lay down on the floor now. So, into the last third, or you could call it quarter actually, because we've only got a couple minutes to do it all. We're going to start off with just some nice, easy ab exercises. We've got 3 to do. The first one is we're going to find that V, 90-degree angle at our knees, and we're just going to drop one leg at a time. So you can do this one with a bent leg, or you can do it going down straight. It's up to you. We're going to breeze through these ab exercises. So 30 seconds each, times 2, and then we'll be done. So this one is just to give ourselves a bit of a warm-up. And then our next ab exercise is we're going to join our legs together, and we're just going to draw circles with our feet. So drawing a big circle, you can bend a bit more at the knees if you need to, or if you want to go really straight legs, makes it a bit harder. And going the other way now. Keep breathing. Remember to hold your belly on tight, push that lower back into the floor. And then the last one, we're just going to hold our legs up, going to bring our hands above our head, and we're going to reach for our toes. Now you might not get this one, you might just get a slight amount, but just crunching, reaching for those toes. If you can get your toes, then that's great. As you can see, I'm struggling, so it's not a necessity, as long as you're getting that range. Oh, keep breathing. Another couple here. We'll have a short rest and then we'll do one more set. And resting. Give your legs a rock side to side. Your back might be feeling a bit burning. It just means we need to work on your core strength. Alright, feet back up. Last little bit. This will finish us off for today. One heel down at a time. Keep breathing through this exercise. If you're able to, you can start to bring a straight leg into it. I find putting my hands underneath my bottom just helps to reinforce that lower back on the floor. And going into the circles. So if you need to do this with bent legs, just little circles might be enough for you. If you want to go straight legs, you can as well. Almost there for today, guys. Change direction. Keep that lower back on the floor. If you need a rest break, take it, please. If you're not, then keep going with me. We've got one more now. Feet up, hands above our head. Last little bit, reaching for those toes. Probably be able to get about 10 crunches in the 30. You want to be going through the knees. Remember, we want to breathe out as we do the hard part. Last couple here. 1 and 2. Oh, well done. Shake those knees side to side, guys. You might want to give yourself a bit of a stretch. You might want to cuddle those knees into your chest. And thank you for joining me. I hope to see you next week. Hopefully no one's too sore in the next few days, but otherwise enjoy your week. Thanks, guys.